must be here for speed dating. Yes, I am. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. Nice to meet you, Fran. You're a nice one. We get all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones, a few spooky customers. It gets lonely being a ghost. It has been pretty difficult. It has? Wonderful. Then let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Makes sense, doesn't it though? Another ghost who also signed up sits across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them. Then a bell rings and you switch seats. Bell rings from somewhere, just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds, and at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? I can't wait. Neither can I. First things first, though. Room of Palms, Room of Lyres, and Room of Black. We'll start off with the Cozy Palms. The Room of Palms. It looks like the basement of an old church. Faded linoleum floors. Spare walls with the odd religious print framed in peach-colored wood. On one side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smell is coming from. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Sup? Death by football? I'm Riley. You're pretty hot for a ghost. Thanks. You're not so bad yourself. Right? Didn't like the kissy face. Is it cool we stay the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. You're not even gonna ask my name? Nah. I gotta do the bro voice. I already know your name. When I died, I got psychic powers. It's Casey, right? Nice try, but no. Weak sauce. Guess I still need some practice. Let me try again. You're a spirit of curiosity, right? You're bad at this. I'm starting to think maybe you're a spirit of mystery. Ha! Most definitely. Ooh, never met a spirit of mystery before. This is a horrible voice. We tend to keep to ourselves. Righteous. I totally hear that. Are spirits of mystery into sports, though? I like sports. Like, where do I even start? It's like... He didn't impress me. Ooh, snap. Halftime. Guess we call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. Ha ha ha, no. Hello, sunshine. The ghost takes a long drag of their cigarette. Their smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out holes in their back. Nice to meet you. Is it? That's a surprise. I'm Vera. That or the lady in smoke. That's what the ghost hunters call me. Ghost hunters? Living weirdos, trying to prove we exist. Hunters sounds dramatic. Gives them too much credit. For years now, I've hunted Vegas. The glitzier condominiums on the strip. Obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up rich fools at night, shrouded in gray smoke. Jangling pennies, wailing pay the price. Junk like that. That's pretty cool. Thanks, hun. Spent lots of time working on it. I like when they choke on the smoke, choke themselves awake. Then they see me floating at the foot of the bed, looking ready for a funeral. It works, except when the smoke alarm goes off. Then it's not as scary. Did you die in Vegas? I was an executive assistant to this big shot casino owner. This was back in the boom. Everyone moved in post-war. By the early 50s, it was a wonderland. My boss was a real piece of work. Balding, bad suits, always eating peanuts, tossing back rye. He was obsessed with money, got it any way he could, and he never let it go. No one liked him, but plenty feared him. It was my job to keep his sins quiet. Anyway, that's me. What brings you to this thing? I was lonely. I hear ya. I'm about as lonely as a lost shoe. Just as useless too. Oh. You get used to it. Also, You never get used to it. You're not useless. Thanks, hun. Sometimes I'm not sure. Anything I do matters. Got that feeling even in life. Can't seem to make it go away. Guess that's the bell. We'll have to pick this up later. See ya. They didn't really ask too much about me. They kept talking about them. And I feel like there should be a balance there, so... Hey. Hey. I'm Stephanie. But you can call me Steph. Everybody does. Hey, Steph. Hey. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I spent like an hour putting my face on this morning. You look nice. Thank you! That's sweet of you to say. What brings you to speed dating? I've been single for a while. At first, it was great. I did what I wanted to do. Taught myself some Japanese. That's cool. Played my clarinet every day without fail. I used to play clarinet. Allowed myself time to get to know the real me. But after a while, the silence gets to you. My cat only says so much. I love cats. I know what you mean. I resisted trying stuff like this. Speed dating is so awkward. Like, what do you say? My name's Steph and I play the clarinet. My name's Steph and I'm teaching myself Japanese. What if you think my hobbies are bad? But they're good. What if you think I'm a weirdo? You're not. When you only have so much time to talk, the first thing you say makes all the difference. That's true. First impressions are overrated. You say that. But there's still gonna be that moment. The first time we see one another, the first time we hear each other speak, those moments set the tone. Everything else is either validating that initial impression or trying to subvert it. Do I make a good impression? You're interesting at least, in the good way. There's nothing worse than meeting someone and running out of things to say. After like 10 minutes, that's why I'm here. There's no time to get bored. If you do, it's almost impressive. Tell me about learning Japanese. I thought I'd pick it up easily since it's so far removed from English. There's such an art to drawing the characters. But there are so many. First you learn hiragana, those are the basic characters for sounds, then katakana for words taken from other languages. By the time I learned all those, I thought I was getting pretty good. Then came kanji. True facts. There are thousands of kanji characters. It's overwhelming. You can always visit Japan. I'd love to. It would help to be immersed like that. It's just hard to find the money. True. Tell me about the clarinet. You gotta commit to it. When I first learned as a kid, we rented one. Which was gross cause, well, you have this cloth. It's like a little metal thing attached to a long string. The cloth is on the other end. When you're done playing, you take the mouthpiece off and run the little metal thing through the clarinet. This is bringing back a lot of memories from middle school. To pull the cloth through and de-spitify it. You miss playing? Not really. I mean, I still practice every day. Can dead people play the clarinet? Of course not. They're dead. They can't breathe, so they can't play. Why even ask that? Oh, sorry. Because you're dead. Are you threatening me? No! Because that is super not cool. I'm gonna tell Fran. She'll ban you. I don't understand. I understand extremely well. You're a jerk. No! I didn't mean to do that. And possibly dangerous. And after the bell... That bell right there. I'm gonna talk to Fran about your behavior. Goodbye, jerk. But she was my favorite! No! I accidentally was a jerk. I don't want to talk to you. Sup? I'm Riley again, haha. So, like, what should we talk about now? Got any dating tips? Dating tips, huh? I'm only a player on the field. Off it, love's no game for me. I just try to be real and ask the same of others. It's pretty simple, actually. I don't like either of these choices. You're smarter than you look. I am? Thank you so much. That's super nice of you. Is that sarcasm? What's sarcasm? That gnarly movie with the spiked metal ball? I'm not sure what that is referring to. No, it's actually, psych, I'm just pulling your chain, haha. Like I don't know what sarcasm is. I'm not that dumb. Okay, rude. So like, I was just thinking, it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I've checked in on them. That's not my thing. Bummer, but hey, I understand. I think maybe we count this as a loss. There's always next time though. No, there won't be a next time. Hello again, sunshine. Good to see you back around. We've already talked a bit about how I lived the Vegas life, my crooked casino boss. I'd like to tell you about how I died. It's speed dating, might as well lay my cards out. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up. A voice. The boss's son. Said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino. You had a daughter? Sure did. I was a single mom. In the 50s, in case you're doubting why I stayed at the job. The casino front doors were locked. The doors were never locked. Security let me in and led me to the blackjack tables where my boss was waiting, dead on the floor, blood soaking into the burgundy carpet. How did he die? A knife, probably. These guys hated guns. His son was there. He smiled when he saw me. You'll make this go away. I nodded. 2 guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead boss into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove, the other made sure to sit with me in the back seat. Did you know these men? No, all their toughs looked the same. I swear they worked a year, then they got put down. Like my boss had been put down. I kept thinking about where this put me. When he got to the desert, would they bury me too? But they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend to the mayor, a builder, a legend, got what he deserved, a hole in the sand. Did you confront the sun? Not a chance. By the time we got back to the strip, the casino was open, busy as ever, and the sun was out, making funeral arrangements. A heart attack, that's what they called it. Sudden, unexpected, tragic. Horse crap. But how did you die? I went home alone, locked all the doors and windows, turned off all the lights, and waited. Nothing happened until I nodded off. I woke to an intense heat, took a deep breath, sucking in hot black smoke. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned my home down after making sure I was inside. I'm so sorry, Vera. Yeah, well, now you know why. I'm the lady in smoke. Sorry, this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink and try not to let the past haunt us, even for just an hour. So, hey, Steph came to talk to me about what you said. It was a misunderstanding. I'm sure you didn't mean to scare her. Pretty sure, anyway, as you may have already guessed, Steph didn't know she had died. When you said you were dead, she thought you were threatening her. I don't know how she went this long. Some deep denial at work, maybe. Anyways, she wants to talk to you again. But go easy on her, okay? I'm sure you remember when you died. The confusion, it's not fun. These mixers are supposed to be fun. Try to keep them that way, okay? Okay. I'm sorry. So I talked to Fran. Sorry I freaked out before. I chose my words poorly. You were direct. You're dead. Maybe I needed to hear it bluntly. It's just, this is so weird. I still feel alive. Just, like, dissociated. Like the world is going on without me. Aw, it's a familiar feeling. I felt a lot when I was alive too. What was your life like? It was difficult, except not really. Mostly, life was pretty good. Good job? Honestly, I never really had a job. I didn't work during high school. And I, got sick my first year of college. Sick? This is hard to talk about. Fran said we should just have fun. I had cancer, a brain tumor. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday. I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look out of place. It's hard to describe. I'm sorry I asked about it. What was the treatment like? It was rough. Radiation, chemo, so much chemo. They said it was aggressive, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. Told me I was progression-free, whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. Retreated to my room. After so much time facing death, I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. I'm sorry. There's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. I have a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this out. You're welcome, Steph. If you hurry, you can catch up to her, see if she'd like to talk some more. Then again, a date with a ghost like Steph might not be the most exciting. She's no football hunk, nor is she the infamous lady in smoke. Steph! Immediately, Steph. You catch up with Steph. She looks surprised to see you. You think it's hard to tell with the mask. Hey, what's up? Is everything okay? I just thought we should hang out. Oh, cool. I like that. Where should we go? The symphony. Normally I'd love to see the symphony. For all the years I've played clarinet, I've never actually seen a professional orchestra. Another time though, maybe we could just walk around, maybe find a nice park, talk a bit. That sounds nice. I'd like that. A heavy layer of snow has claimed the trees and buried the grass nearby. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of a lake. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground but still going through the motions. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out a ritual that no longer serves any purpose. This is all still so confusing. I know what you mean. I guess all ghosts must feel this. Or something like it. Were you this lost when you died? For a while, yes. How did you figure things out? I'm still figuring things out. Dying's not a simple thing. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. They're gone. I'll never finish. And now, what do I do? Do I take the puzzle apart? Be proud that I did what I could? It's still an accomplishment. I guess, but now what? What do we even do as ghosts? Do we get jobs? What's the point of anything? You can help people. I guess we have powers. We can manipulate things, right? That's up to you. When you're little, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now it's like, what do you want to be when you die? It's too much pressure. I gotta learn how to walk again before I figure out where to go. You have a lot of options. I keep thinking of all the things I can't do now. Eat, drink. I could go for a milkshake right now. Vanilla. Me too. Vanilla is my favorite flavor of milkshake. It's a classic. With a slice of... Steph, I knew I picked the right person. Ghost. Person ghost. Apple pie and a vanilla milkshake? But I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating, so then I just want to play my clarinet. But I can't do that either. But you can do so much more. At least I can still do puzzles and finish learning Japanese. Facts. I think I'm ready to take my mask off. You got this. If you say so. Yes, Steph. Confident queen. How do I look? Beautiful. Thanks for lying to me. And thanks for the talk. It helped me a lot. We should do this again sometime. I'd like that. It's hard to be a ghost, but Steph seems like she'll be alright. What's next for you, though? Hello again! It's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down, and you can go right in. Who are we gonna meet this time? Room of Lyres or Black? We'll do Black, sounds mysterious. The Room of Black isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, dying and rotting in the sun. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping, and well beyond the garden, a train passes. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair. Ooh. I'm a ghost. Ooh. Ooh. LOL. Wait. LOL. Isn't it great being dead? It is pretty neat, right? Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea. I'm, like, dead, obviously. Nice to meet you, Drea. Pfft. Square. Hey, I'm cool. Sure you are. That's not your Pontiac in the parking lot? I don't remember how I got here. Weird. That's weird. Quit being weird. I'll try. So, like, what are you into? Personality. Personality, of course. I see right through you, other ghosts. Literally, 'cause, you know, ghost. Dre looks around. Man, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. And yet you're here. Well, yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? They're all just contort and wail. And not in a good way. What are you into? Boobies. Dre snorts a little. No, but seriously, I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses, who carry their own heads, a shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Being dead is great. It's the other dead people that kill me. Blunt. Where? I could use one. Haha, just kidding. Pot does nothing now. Holy, does it do nothing. Getting messed up is the only thing I miss about living. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere. Never enough money. The jerks got the money. It'd be all, the best way to die is now, before death does me in. It should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know? But now that I'm dead, it just feels right. Like maybe it was meant to be. Which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. Okay. Kind of a jerk. Antler Ghost rang that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit. Okay. You need to prove yourself to me because... Cookies? Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of the home, to see a new face. I like your face too. You're too kind. My looks aren't what they were. Guess when you get old, you look into it. Even after you go. I haunt the old folks' home, where I died. Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. They treated you poorly? I wouldn't say poorly, the nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. How do you help? Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals, ring a nurse when needed, tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears. There is more, I say. Just you wait. Aw, that's so nice. I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living, whether they know it or not. We ought to use that power for good. I agree. Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time? I'm still figuring that out. It's strange being dead. There's a Bible verse I think about sometimes. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have two eyes and be thrown into hell, where the worms that eat them do not die, and the fire is not quenched. I still have both my eyes, but what I see isn't like hell. Hell is other people? I've heard that. I don't believe it. I can't imagine anything worse than being alone. Were you alone when you were alive? No, I had a partner, Milton. He's still alive, actually, resident at the home. Milton and Hattie. Cute. Oh, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. You're welcome. The ghost says nothing, only stares. Stare back. The ghost's eyes narrow. Narrow your eyes. The ghost opens their mouth wide. Wider. The sides begin to crack and tear. Inside smells so foul, musty and sour, like rotting peaches. The ghost lets out a guttural cry, low and lonely. The other ghosts in the room are all looking at you. Stand your ground. You are not like the others. I could say the same about you. I am a vengeful spirit, not unique among ghosts, just perhaps among these ghosts. What brings vengeance to speed dating? I was more. I was a man, an accountant, Gary. That name sounds wrong now, silly. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain, baseball games, and decaffeinated tea. What happened to Gary? The ghost's eyes grow wide. He breathes in deeply, remembering something horrible. I'm sorry. Do not be sorry. Sorry is reserved for those who are not. I still feel the blade, the life draining out, emptied, an empty space. Where once there was something, now cobwebs, a draft. I'm so sorry, Gary. Do not be sorry. Gary is gone. He lifts up his fragile frame and shambles over to the next table. What is he looking for? Okay, second round. Not interested. Everybody's so flippin' gloomy here. I keep thinking who died. We could liven it up. Oh man, okay, like a prank. Or maybe we try to scare the other ghosts. Who haunts the haunters or something. We could make something float. Make something float. That's all you got? Man, we should just go haunting, freak out some flush bags, give them something to be afraid of. Maybe. Like, you're gonna do better than me here, or anywhere. Most ghosts are sad as heck, or boring. Lots of boring ones too. What makes a ghost cool? Did you really ask that? If you're cool, you're cool. You just are who you are. You're not trying to wear someone else's bedsheet, you know? I've only met a few ghosts like that so far, mostly ones I meet at punk shows. It's great because you never need a ticket. I like punk shows. What kind of punk shows? Emo and the harder old stuff. Yeah, I know, I'm a cliche. I like emo. Cool. I don't meet a lot of ghosts like you. Nice ones, I mean. Usually I pal around with other poltergeists. What's wrong with poltergeists? Nothing at all. Poltergeists are the best. It's pretty much just like the movie. One time, I even tried to suck a girl into a TV. The glass got in the way. Kinda messy, actually. Did she die? Nah, I was kidding. I'm not like that. My friends, though, way more intense about the ghost stuff. My friend Beck likes to make corpses wink at morticians. At open casket funerals, Allison haunts an airport hotel. Guess she likes to watch weird people doing it. I just hang out, go to shows, terrorize this normie couple I know, rich types who moved into my old house. They actually put up a plaque that says, "Live, laugh, love." Blech. How do you terrorize the normies? Possession is fun. When they're asleep, I make the girl sit up in bed and point at the corner in the dark. The guy wakes up, sees what she's pointing at, and freaks out. It wakes her up and she freaks out too. It's great, sometimes. Other times, I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things, but then I actually remember I like doing those things. I really just want to share them with someone new. I know I probably sound pathetic. Alrighty, this was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. What exactly do you have in mind? You'll see. He's okay, but I don't know if he's fully redeemed himself. Hello again. How's the speed dating going? Is it everything you hoped it would be? There are some weirdos here. Weirdos? That's not very nice, now is it? Even the living are a little weird. The dead? Well, just look at me. I look like cotton balls. I suppose you're right. You're darn right I'm right. I've been around the bend, lived longer than most of these other ghosts have been dead. I know a thing or two. Even still, dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. Always something new worth knowing. Hattie looks at the garden rotting around you. Do you like gardening? I love gardening. I never much cared for flowers. They're beautiful. They sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. I love ones that grow like the dickens. Squash, snap peas. Spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. They will choke other plants if you're not careful. How about spinach? Spinach is a fun one. If you stay on top of harvesting the baby leaves, a plant will produce for months. But if you neglect it, spinach will run wild and grow bitter. Now that we're ghosts, I know we don't need to eat. I still like to grow food. Help something live, you know? Oop, there's the bell. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you join me. It's not as exciting a date as other ghosts may offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. Let me think about it. I understand. I'll be at Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Hope to see you there. Hattie floats over to the next table. She takes her time. Seems like she wishes she could just stay and talk to you. Why are you so sorry? What do you mean? When we spoke the first time, you apologized profusely. Why? I feel bad for you. I do not need your pity. I need to know what happened to me. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions, work, a shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. Do not know how they fit together. Tell me about your emotions. There was anger, frustration, guilt. Now all I long for is revenge. It pumps through me like blood. But how can I need revenge when I don't know what happened? When I don't know who is to blame? You mentioned a shadow? The shadow was long, dark, but familiar. It crept along the wall. It crept through the office as we worked at night. It came for me. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Gary's eyes looked so threatening when you first met him. Now they look sort of sad. You're a good ghost, Gary. Your kindness... Oh, he's smiling. It is rare among our kind. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together we will discover why. Gary left a strange transit map behind, routes you've never seen. A certain stop is circled. I'm curious. We're gonna go with Gary because it's very mysterious and I want to know what happened to him. You arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. Oh, was he always wearing that bow tie? Oh, he's wearing a bow tie. I wore a bow tie. You look nice. I wish to look respectable. One must look respectable when meeting one's end, even for the second time. Also, I thought you would like it. I love it. Oh. Briefly. We are going to the place where I died, the office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks. Where the trains grind and the walls shake. The dead end of a crooked drive. Sounds spooky. Yes, spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. The dead of night bus has arrived. This bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit trained to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You've all paid the price. The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy. The papers on Gary's old desk are carefully stacked. It seems like he liked to keep things orderly. My partner's desk, always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. Service. What about your service? Not my service. Service was my partner. Service, Gilk. What was he like? I worked with the man for 16 years. At first for a bank. We were miserable, so we struck out on our own. Gary sits at Service's desk. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. He was a friend? He was a thief. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. He was telling our clients they owed money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself, small amounts so I would not notice. But even small numbers do not add up. Gary struggles to stand. He seems troubled by something. When I confronted him, there was a fight. Is it in this room? Yes. I killed him. Oh God. I still feel the blade, the knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach, I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go of the weapon, frozen in place right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. I died here same as Service. You didn't mean to, but I did mean to do it. I acted with a clear head. It was not forced. I must carry this burden, atone for my act. I take comfort knowing Service is out there, somewhere, perhaps seeking his own vengeance. I suppose it is only right that I give it to him. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall you see a portrait, 2 smiling men, Service and Gary, the day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead, but the picture stays fixed to the wall. That was an interesting date. Room of Lyres this time. We'll see who we encounter. The Room of Lyres looks a bit like a conference hall, the kind you might see in an airport hotel. There was a meeting of regional managers here yesterday, followed by some couple's 65th anniversary in the evening. Congrats! They left a few balloons behind. Worn, plush, stacking chairs are set on either side of lacquered oak tables. In one corner, there are wine glasses and a metal pitcher of water, alongside a stainless steel urn for coffee. Ghosts don't need coffee. One particularly nervous ghost is holding a cup anyway. Some habits never die. Hello. Ah! A ghost! Oh God, sorry. Of course you're a ghost. We all are. I'm still not used to this whole being dead thing. I'm not used to it either. Nothing prepares you for this life, except this isn't life. Post-life, I feel so lost. When I used to have anxiety attacks, I'd focus on my breathing, listen to my heart beating. Now I can't breathe. I don't even have blood. What does that mean? Take it one step at a time. Steps, yeah, that's a good one. It took me forever just to learn how to walk on solid ground. When I first woke up, after I died, I fell right through my coffin, through my own body, down, 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 into the bedrock. It was so dark. What did you do? I seized up. That stopped me from falling. It was like my whole body became corporeal, not flesh, just like, you know how if you concentrate, you can pick up objects like that. Except I was the object and the earth was holding me. It was so quiet there, stuck in solid rock. How did you get out? I pulled myself up, away from the heat below, sort of clawed my way to the surface. Through the earth, I felt the rock moving through me. Ah! Oh, that was just the bell. Phew. Thank you for listening. I guess we'll talk more in a bit. Hopefully the other ghosts are as nice as you. Hopefully. Well, look what we have here. The ghost's voice creaks like ancient wood. The name's Spooky Peter. He tips his hat. Oh, dust spills off the brim. How do you do? That's so rude. I do okay. I'd wager otherwise. Like, maybe you're scared. Like, maybe you've seen a ghost. Spooky Peter laughs. Or coughs, it's hard to tell. I'm not scared of you. Don't be lying to me. I can tell when someone's lying. I've been doing this a while. My record of hauntings goes back long as the door, since the Black Death took me in 65. 1665. You've seen a lot then. History happened. Wars. Revolutions. Mostly I read about these things. Mostly I keep to my own. Spookin' and scarin', gotten pretty good at it. Even been in books. Not always by name, mind you, but you can tell when it's me. The top hat. The fear. All hot and sick. Nobody spooks him like Spooky Peter. I try my best. Do you? Guess I see it. The potential, I mean. I can help with that. Teach me your spooky ways. Now, Spooky Peter doesn't teach anybody. A rock has potential before you throw it through a window. What makes you any better? I can pull my face off. Spooking like that may shock them, but there ain't no art to it. You go all the way, the living has nothing more to fear, and when they aren't spooked, what's the point? No! The spookiest spooking's the stuff that eats at you. Make you doubt what you hear or see. Makes you wonder what could be under that bed. It's never as spooky as when you see what it is. So how's that for a lesson? Useful. Good. There's no more where that came from. If a legendary spookin' is what you're after, and Spooky Peter's gonna take you under his wing, so to speak, you'll need a solid foundation. It's all about knowing your audience. A good spookin' is in the details. The bell. It means we move on. Guess I'll be seeing you when I come back around. Alright, Spooky Peter. Thick layer of dust now covers the table. 1665. Little finned man. Wanna make some money? Maybe. What? Maybe? It's yes or no. How though? Not so fast. Let me feel this out first. You could be a narc. I'm not a narc. That's exactly what narcs say. I'm just fooling. No narc would dress like that. Dress like how? Like you're dressed. Anyway, you're alright. Offer stands. Money to be made. Do ghosts even need money? Technically, no, we don't buy things, but money buys something else now. Favors with the breathers, influence, information. The living always wants the money. The living buy plenty. The name's Leon, by the way. I rob banks, don't judge. Nice to meet you, Leon. Don't be making this personal. We rob a bank together, that's it. No more contact. At least not for a couple months. What if I want to rob more? Whoa. Let's start with one. If it goes off without a hitch, then maybe we go serial. The problem with robbing banks, people see the robbers, but you can't see a ghostie. We can walk right in and float that money right on out. Genius, right? It's a perfect crime. There's no such thing. True facts. But nothing's for sure, is it? Except death. Seems to me that makes us uniquely qualified. There's no harm in hearing you out. No harm at all, at the very least. It'll break up all the gloom in this room. Leon looks around at the other ghosts. Yeesh. Leon's cool. The bell rings. Nuts! Time to switch seats. Don't worry. I'll be back. We got more to talk about. Sure do. I don't know. I like all of the ghosts this round, actually. The other ghosts, holy, were they awful. Leon's just a creep, and Spooky Peter, their name is earned. Oof. Also, I think I forgot to introduce myself. My name's Kyo. Sorry. Aw, no need to be sorry. No need, sure, I'm still sorry though. My anxiety gets the best of me, and social situations are tough. I feel you, Kyo. This one especially. Spooky Peter has been around. I think he's actually just dust. My rule? Never trust anyone who wears a hat. The stuff he said to me, the hairs behind your neck know me. It's best to hide in the corner of their eye. He's what I was afraid of as a kid. He said I had potential. If he sees something in you, I'd worry. Go to a medium. Try to get rid of that something. That might be good advice. I'm not a confident person, but I'm rarely wrong. You should stay away from him. Your speed dates are going well then. At best, dating ghosts is frustrating. Everyone asks the same things. How did you die? What was your life like? If we were alive, the questions would be like, what kind of food do you like? What's your favorite movie? Dying doesn't make people more interesting. Facts. Spitting straight facts here. It's Videodrome, by the way. My favorite movie, I mean. Videodrome. Long live the new flesh. Ah, you know it. No, I don't. Sometimes I feel like a VCR. Obsolete. Out of date. No new stories to tell. We can find some new stories. Maybe. Or we can just rewatch old ones. We miss things first time. So, do you want to hear how I died? If you want to talk about it, might as well get it out of the way. I was in film studies, working my way towards a PhD. In debt. Always pretty sad. I feel you. I had good friends though. I was always studying. One weekend, they convinced me not to study. They said we should go to the lake instead. I couldn't swim. I never learned. You see where this is going. I drowned. Everything went black and quiet. I woke up dead in a fancy wooden box. Under 6 feet of dirt. That's when I fell deeper. Like I told you before. I hate thinking about it. Why do I always dwell on the bad stuff? Well, you are dead. The ultimate downer. I promise it could be fun. What should we do after this? You could go see a movie. I do love movies, but that's not a great first date, sitting quietly in the dark. Before we watch a movie, I need to get to know you better. Be sure you're watch a movie with me material. I am, trust me. We could go to an art gallery. Art galleries depress me. Half the art is super sad, and all of it's better than anything I could do. Which just reminds me that I wasted my life, so I'm gonna say no to art. Tell you what, I'll come up with something a little different, hopefully. That sounds good. Yay, I can't wait to do something with you. That isn't talking about myself, sorry. See you after we're done. My spooky protege returns. Oh, sorry, that's not the voice. What knowledge do you seek, protege? I want to know it all. In time, a truly spooky ghost requires one thing above all else. Patience. What spooks Spooky Peter? Not much, though I will say, I ain't so fond of beasts. What kind of beasts? The domesticates, hounds, felines. You're scared of cats? Spooky folk like me rely on certain covertness. I can't just be all training about, announcing myself. That's not so spooky. Cats, they can sense Spooky Peter. They know I'm there. If I hide in the closet, they'll scritch and scratch at the door, start yowling, even run around in the dark to wake the owners, I wager. It's trouble, let me tell ya. A real impediment. Spooky Peter wheezes. Something's rattling around in there. Are you okay? Pay the rattle no mind. I died with it. It stays with me. You ever been to the mirror world? What's that? The place beyond this, but the same as this. You've seen it, but always looking in. If I fancy another lesson, come on by that edge of things. I'll show you around the other side. If I find time. Tarry all you want. I've got patience like I've got time. I can wait forever. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. You'll come in with me while I get a third ghost to watch the door. Do you know which bank yet? Absolutely. A secluded branch up on 4th. Board tellers. Lots of older customers. It's a great place to hit. How did you find it? A friend put me onto it. He's always trustworthy, don't worry. Liam pulls out some graphing paper. I drew the layout in pencil. I probably didn't need so much detail. Since we're going in on the front door, I just figured it's best to be prepared. I like to be prepared too. Wait, does this mean you're interested? Tell me more about you first. Alright, fine. I'll give you my life story. Abridged version. It'll probably help maintain our cover anyway. Fran walks by, it seems like she's eavesdropping. The trouble with me is, it's hard not to talk about stealing. I stole candy when I was 9. Switched to stealing beer at 14. Stole my first car a year later. I hit up convenience stores, drive-ins, even held up a laundromat once. I threw my back out, carrying all those quarters. Did you ever get caught? Big or small, every heist has a hitch. 3 or 4 went so bad, I was in and out of jail, but it wasn't anything serious until I got a crew together and started doing banks. Even country cops took that seriously. Caught me good after 5. I spent the rest of my life behind bars. So you have unfinished business. Nothing so dramatic. Stealing's just all I know. It's a hobby, a talent, the love of my life. I like Leon. That's our time. You've heard my pitch, gotten to know me a little more than I like. So what do you say? Help him out. Yes, I'll be at this branch at this time. Leon slides you a slip of paper. It's been a slice. Leon it is. I guess it's time to rob a bank. Leon said to meet me in front of the Mortal Trust on 4th. Like the name suggests, this is a bank for the living. Once they notice they've been robbed, they shouldn't suspect the dead, hopefully. I'm getting nervous, not gonna lie. The others are supposed to be here. Maybe they're just late. I sure hope so. Without them, we're down a lookout, and our guy on the inside. What's my role? You'll be coming in with me. The score in there? I'll take more than one ghost. I need your hands full. And your mouth shut. Oh good, here comes Carl. Hey, this is Carlsbad, our token breather. No offense, none taken. I'm just happy you ghosts want to hang out. How does Carl see us? So, how's it going? You're alive? Yes. And you can see us? Of course. I've been seeing ghosts all my life. No one believes me. I'm pretty jealous of you ghosties. No responsibilities, just floating around. Not a care in the world. Ghosts have responsibilities. I guess you got, like, closure and stuff, whatever. You still don't gotta work at a bank. This bank, actually. I'm a teller here. I know the combo to the safe and where the cameras are pointed. Why rob your own bank? I hate them. They need to pay. Is your boss mean? No, not really. Mr. Peterson's actually pretty great. He even gave me last week off. My mom was visiting. So why rob them? They wouldn't give me a loan. For my vape store. Jerks. So I'm just gonna take the money. Live my dream. My vape dream. Okay. All banks are bad. Satan's in suits. No offense. None taken. And speak of the devil. Spooky Peter! How do you do? In the flesh, so to speak. We met in the room of Lyres, same as you. When I told him I robbed banks, he immediately said he was in, before he even heard the plan. Always looking to get my beak wet, so to speak. So here's what we're doing. Spooky Peter will hide out by the door. Watch out for trouble. Should be smooth sailing. They closed 6 hours ago, and there's no security tonight. I saw to that. What happened to Winston? Who? The security guard. He's taking some time off. Oh good, Winston works so hard. He could use a break, and that's what he got, a break. Let's get this train rolling. Follow me. Gonna rob a bank. Carl pulls out some keys and unlocks the front door. Though alive, he's already proving useful. Inside, the bank is dimly lit. It's eerily quiet at night, like most places, busy in the daytime. Spooky Peter disappears into the shadows by the door. Carl and Leon make a beeline for the back. Carl hops over the counter like he's in some heist flick. As you do, Leon floats right through. You catch up to them around the corner by a heavy-looking door. This is the vault. Can't we just go through it? Of course we can, but the money in there can't. If we want to get anything out of there, we still need to open the door. And that's where I come in. Let's do this. Carl gets to work on the door. I think the code was... No. You gotta be kidding me, Carl. Carl? I am, actually. I know the code like the back of my car, which is where I sleep. Not because Sherry kicked me out. Anyway, before I punch it in, you gotta promise me something. You promise you won't take all the cash, and then leave me here. Or pull any other ghost tricks. Carl, buddy, pal. You know what they say about honor and thieves? I don't actually. Then we're good. Just open the door already. Carl opens the vault door. Inside is a wall of safety deposit boxes, each individually locked. And that's it. That's it? Where's the money? I expected, like, a pile of it. It doesn't work like that. I really should have cased this place myself. Grab a key, open a box. Eeny, meeny, miny, this one. 7F. Inside are some antique coins. They look like they might have some value. Someone could be hanging on to them for sentimental reasons, though. You look over at Leon. My box is empty, nothing but a business card. Some accountant with a funny name. Guess I should have looked inside some of these before just picking a key. Seriously? For me? Why? I'm just here for fun. I'm having fun too. We should do this again. Now, on to the next box. Time to be moving. I spotted a patrol outside. Think they saw some movement in here. Ooh, police siren chirps. A warning maybe? There's our cue. We better scramble. Everyone makes it out safe thanks to Spooky Peter's keen eye. Leon instructs the crew to lie low for a bit. Really, only Carl needs to worry. Good job in there. Things might have gone differently if you let Carl fiddle with the cameras. It wasn't the greatest haul. But hey, how many ghosts can say they've robbed a bank? True, that was a cute date. Alright, we're gonna play back some of the other ones. Let's just see how a date with Riley would go. It didn't work out with this ghost. What? You meet Vera outside. She's smoking in the dark. Took you long enough. Not really, though. I'm just kidding around. So, what do you want to do? The world's our... Vera stops talking. She seems distracted all of a sudden. You hear that? I didn't hear anything. I heard a voice. There it is again, a voice. Did you hear it this time? I still didn't hear it. I'm hearing a second voice. This one sounds familiar. Like the way I'd sound. If someone recorded me. Me, but not me? Where are the voices coming from? The voices are in my head, but also far away. The voice is calling out to me. It's saying, Vera, are you there? We are trying to reach Vera. Dead on the 5th. November 1954. And then the other voice, the one that sounds so familiar, it says, where are you, Mom? Oh no, my daughter? I'm sorry, I have to go. I have to find her. I understand. I'm sorry about this, hun. I need to figure out what's going on here. You could come with me if you wanted. If it's not too much trouble. I know trouble, you're not it. These voices, though, I'm not sure what I'm hearing. It sounds like my daughter. But, well, you know what I've done? It might be nice to have some backup. You follow Vera to the source of the voices in her head. A small bungalow on a quiet street on the other side of town. There's a square hedge around the front yard, and a neon sign in the window. Psychic readings. Know the future. Know yourself. Let's go inside. Inside, the house is dark, except for a dim room towards the back, lit by trembling people are seated at a table facing each other. One is a young woman dressed in black with multiple piercings. She appears to be the psychic and playing the part with witchy flair. A second woman sits across from her. This woman is in her 70s, wearing wire-frame glasses and a long black dress. She looks like a retired librarian. That's my daughter. Is this a seance? Sure looks that way. What happens now? I feel her presence. Vera's daughter opens her eyes. Mom, are you there? Your mother is here. She may not be able to speak, but she is listening. Mom? I sense two presences. Two? Yes. One is unknown to me. The psychic breathes in deeply. You may now ask your mother a question. Perhaps she will respond. Mom, it's Jane. I need to know what happened. How you really died. The police, the papers, they all said it was an accident, but I found your letters. Mom, what did they do to you? I can't tell her. What happened? It's too hard. Can you say something? I need her to know. I'm out there. I'm just not sure I can do it. The psychic repeats what you say, word for word. Your mother says, do not worry, Jane. I am at peace. It was just as the papers said. Live a good life, hun. Live it for me. A tear rolls down Jane's cheek as she smiles. I'm so relieved. No one would dare hurt you, Mom. You were too strong. Jane looks at the psychic, who smiles too. Aww. Vera isn't smiling. Okay, let's see what would happen if we date Spooky Peter. You arrive for your date with Spooky Peter, a hall of mirrors at a roadside carnival. A clown's face, all smiles and menace, watches over the entrance. Welcome to my home. Inside are twisted corridors lined with mirrors. With only a slight reflection, it's especially disorienting to navigate these halls. Spooky Peter leads you to a specific mirror, taller than the others. The mirror's face is concave, as if to pull in everything around it. We are going into this mirror. Follow. Together, you step inside the mirror. Welcome to the mirror world, or as it's known here, that's the mirror world spelled backwards. Do you see the eerie green? That is what happens when an image reflects itself. It takes on an eerie green. The more times a reflection is reflected, the greener it becomes. Just like this. That is pretty green. Thank you. Do not be afraid. Nothing here can hurt you. In the mirror world, the physical laws are upended. Am I really here? Or am I over here? Or am I over here? Perhaps it is all of the above. Or even nowhere at all. That's amazing. I thought you might be impressed. I have practiced these skills for ages, centuries. It's not easy being green. Now come with me. The spooking hour approaches. That's 3 a.m. in case you're wondering. Where are we going? We are headed to a brownstone, a walk-up I know quite well. The second-floor apartment, in a house going on 100 years. A student of the arts named Paul has moved in. He heard the rumors. The house is haunted, they said. He ignored them. The cost was worth the fear. And we're about to spook Paul. Together, you and Spooky Peter fly through the void, passing countless mirrors in reverse, each peering into a life still being lived. Each mirror in the living world is actually a door. Staring into one long enough in the dark, or saying a spirit's name 3 times, that's like knocking. After a short trip through oblivion, you arrive at a particularly decorative mirror. A splendid haunt. Spooky Peter leads you through the mirror glass into a long hall lined with bricks on one side. There are still boxes in the hall. The mirror you step through is propped up against the wall. At the far end is a massive kitchen with original marble tile that does well to hide its age. Paul is sleeping. Let's get to spookin'. Spooky Peter leads you through the closed bedroom door, where a man in his 20s is sound asleep on a mattress. He's snoring loudly. Spooky Peter floats to one shadowy corner by the open window, then motions for you to do the same. The curtain flaps over Peter's shadowy visage. He stands silently, hat bent slightly forward. He's just standing there. Should we shake the bed? Patience, protege. The aim is to be present, not a threat. Spooky Peter stands motionless for several minutes. Wait, no. 40 minutes. 40 minutes of doing nothing but standing there. Finally, he moves away from the corner. Watch, protege, as I tighten the knot. Spooky Peter sinks into the hardwood floor. The old wood lets out a loud creak, 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 as steady as a pulse. Paul is still snoring. Peter moves into the ceiling and starts to scratch. Scritch, scritch, scritch. Like raspy breaths. Paul is still snoring. Peter's starting to look annoyed. He floats over to Paul and peeks in his ear. Some sort of orange foam. It obstructs his ear canal, preventing him from hearing us. Again, I am thwarted by the progress of man. Scratch on the wall. You scratch with one nail long and deep above Paul's head. It leaves a long vertical line in the plaster. Make it a cross. Excellent work, protege. Faith haunts him, same as ghosts. The fear this will sow brings me butterflies. I am proud of you, protege. Truly, you are spooky this day. Thank you, I try. Spooky Peter leads you back into the hallway mirror. Back through this weird mirror world of his. A fractal realm on the dull side of the Tane? Well, this is me. Thank you for your company. This was fun. I am pleased. Before we return to the physical world, I should warn you, time behaves differently in the mirror world. What may have felt like hours was in fact years. A decade has passed since we began this date. I speak in jest. It's barely been the length of a talkie. The look of fear on your face. Spooky Peter spooked you good. He tips his hat to say goodbye. More dust falls off the brim. Guess I'll be seeing you. A breeze picks up and the rest of him blows away. Sorry about this one. You meet Kyo the next day, waiting on the street as you approach. Looking nervous. I'm nervous. Are you nervous? Don't worry so much. What? Take off your headphones. Hold on a second. Let me take off these headphones. That's better. So, what were you saying? I'm just excited. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm worried the place we're going is boring. It's pretty much, well, the middle of nowhere. Not literally, I know because we're ghosts. The middle of nowhere could mean something weird. Just come with me. Kyo takes you to the woods, deep into the trees, far from any paved roads. Did you know I make greeting cards for ghosts to give other ghosts? Happy anniversary of your tragic end. I'm happy for your loss. That sort of thing. It's just a hobby. You stop at a particularly barren patch of prairie land. Everything is frozen over. The few clusters of trees are stripped off their leaves with branches like bony hands. Squat birds huddle together for warmth near a frozen lake, while a dry, biting wind blows through. Isn't it great out here? I come here to think. I watch the birds. I listen to music. There aren't many souls here. Just the birds and the wind. I see why you like it. I can be myself here. No one bothers me. I don't need happy things to remind me that I'm not happy. I need sad things to remind me it's okay to be sad sometimes. That's a nice way to put it. It's exhausting to worry like I do, but I'd rather embrace my sadness than just ignore it. Sadness is a real thing, as real as we are anyway, so I embrace it. Kyo looks out into the frozen lake. Come with me. I want to show you something. Kyo leads you away from the lake towards a pocket of trees. Hidden among the poplars and pines is an old house. The wood is gray and brittle. The roof collapsed long ago. This house is a tiny thing. When it was standing, it had just a single room. Inside, the floors are rotted through and covered in layers of bird droppings. In one corner, a wood burning stove is rusted through. There's not much else. An entire family lived here. Kids were born here, people died here, and then it was abandoned, left to fall apart, lost among the trees. Now it's my home. Love what you've done with it. I would never change a thing. It's perfect. Kyo leads you back out into the cold, back to the edge of the frozen lake. This is as far as I will ever go now. And you know what? That's fine. Everything's fine. Since speed dating, Kyo has even taken up a new hobby, learning to swim. Alright, let's just see what Drea has in mind for us. You ready? Yeah, you're ready. Drea has something planned, that's for sure. This is gonna be sweet. Drea takes you to a house in the city. A duplex, brick. Not a bad looking place, maybe a little run down. It's clear you had some renovations though. Like the neighborhood, its edges have been filed off in favor of some good old-fashioned gentrification. The front door is a fresh shade of red, and there's a pretty nice car in the driveway. My place when I was just another flesh bag. Looks nice. When I was here, it was way better. There was a pawn shop over there, where that garbage Java Joy is now. That's always had good tapes. Now it's just coffee. Everyone just drinks coffee and does yoga. Whatever, come on, let's go inside. From the inside, the house looks like a show home. Perfectly decorated rooms with perfectly placed furniture. Everything matches because almost everything is white or gray. They get cleaners, pay them like nothing, and complain when they don't wash the walls. Ceramic letters hang on a yellow accent wall. Live, laugh, love. This is the garbage I'm talking about. Live, laugh, love. Spew, barf, puke. Drea starts to rearrange the letters. E-V-I-L. Oh man. G-H-O-U-L, and that leaves L-A-E-V. What does that spell? Veil? Does evil ghoul veil mean anything? Get rid of veil. Ugh, you're right. Drea throws the remaining letters on the floor, smashing them to bits. They take a step back to survey their handiwork. Evil ghoul. LOL! So, where should we hit next? The kitchen. Getting creative, huh? Plenty of fun in there. The kitchen looks like it was recently updated. Built-in microwave, induction cooktop, something called a smart fridge. What do they even do to afford all this? Drea heads for the fridge. This is what I call poltergeist pay dirt. Inside the fridge is the biggest plastic container of kale you've ever seen, and rows of expensive-looking juice marked cleanse. I can't choose! The juice. Look at all these pretty colors. Green, yellow, red. Drea thinks for a moment. Slime, pee, blood. Just like that, the juices look different. Don't worry, they'll just taste like those things. Somehow, that's hard to believe. I mean, where would I even get... That's a click at the front door. Oh shiz, they're home. Quick, this way. Drea drags you to the front room just as the couple who lives here opens the front door. At first, they don't notice anything is wrong. They take off their shoes while bickering about who forgot to take the garbage out. The man is the first to see the letters on the wall. He stops talking. She looks up to see why. He points to the letters rearranged on the wall, and they proceed to freak the fudge out. They run away, not out the door, up the stairs, straight to the bedroom. Oh man, after all that work, I knew we should have done the bedroom. I guess they weren't gonna run straight to the fridge anyway. This was still super good. Best time I've ever had in a while. Maybe I'll see you around sometime? Absolutely. Totally. You're left alone in Dre's house. Upstairs, the couple is loudly trying to convince the cops they called that ghosts are real. Eventually, they give up and admit it was probably just neighborhood punks. You leave the house through a wall. Outside is dusk and kinda spooky. There's a bit of fog rolling in. A nice night for a haunting. A good night to be a ghost. Okay, that was okay. You arrive at Queen Mary's to meet Hattie for your date. It's 7:04 a.m. You're a little late. Looking around, this could be any nursing home. Yellowed walls, stained drop ceilings. Supply carts line the corridors alongside the odd empty IP stand. The sun's not quite up, but the residents sure are. Walking the halls to get a bit of exercise, chatting over weak decaf in the dining room next to reception. You came! Welcome to Queen Mary's, my home. What do you think? It's nice. Isn't it though? I just love it here. These are my people. Behind Hattie, an old woman hangs up the lobby phone. The woman begins to cry. Her son, probably making more excuses not to visit. Can we do anything? Not unless you possess her son, and march his sorry butt down here. Hattie laughs. Please don't actually do that. It won't help. Besides, there's someone I want you to meet. Hattie floats off down the left corridor. All these corridors look the same, but she knows exactly where she's going. You pass a number of open doors, glancing inside. Some residents watch TV from their beds. Others just stare out their windows, or at the walls. Most rooms are bare, a few are decorated. There are tall plants, fine wood furniture. In one room, you spot a record collection. Essential possessions transplanted to make this place feel more like home. At the far end of a long hall, Hattie stops and turns to you. So, I know this is probably obvious, but we're here to see Milton. He was my partner for 47 years. If you think I'm a firecracker, Milton's all sparks. You'll like him, I think. He's been doing worse lately. How can I help? I've been spending a lot of time here. It has him concerned. Milton says I'm hanging on to the past. He wants me to make friends who are more like me. Ghosts, he means. I want to show him that I met a good one. I want him to meet you. It will make him so happy. Hattie turns to go into Milton's room. Good morning, Millie. Inside is an empty bed, neatly made. Milton is gone. Oh, no. Hattie frantically searches the room. She spots the chart at the foot of the bed. This says he had an aneurysm. He was taken to the hospital. She looks at you with fear in her eyes. I have to go. I understand. I'm so sorry about this. It's just, I need to go see him. Would you please come with me? Of course. Thank you so much. I'd like that. I know it's a lot to ask, but I'm scared to do this alone. You arrive at the hospital with Hattie. She floats behind the reception counter to locate Milton's room. Second floor, intensive care. Milton's room is dim. A reedy old man with a thick mustache lies in the bed, motionless. It's quiet except for the steady whoosh and click of a machine by his side. A ventilator connected to a tube run down his throat. The machine is breathing for him. Oh no. Milton. She looks around as if he might have already left his body. They were supposed to let him go. Hattie looks at Milton's chart. It says he was found unresponsive, no signs of brain activity. But I still feel his presence, don't you? I feel it. But where is he? Is he lost somewhere? Is he trapped in there? Oh, Milton. His sister's power of attorney. He didn't want this. He signed a form that said, do not resuscitate. He didn't want this. Hattie looks up. I'm sorry I dragged you here. I know this must be quite awkward. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone with Milton now. Are you sure you're okay? Yes, I'll be okay. Thank you for everything. As you step into the hall to leave, you can hear Hattie saying something at Milton's bedside. There's so much more, my love. Just you wait. That's sad. But then they can be reunited as ghosts. The event's all done. All the other ghosts have left. From what I hear, you were pretty popular. Still couldn't find the one, huh? Sadly, no. That's okay. There are always more ghosts. People die pretty much all the time. Did you have fun at least? It was a blast. Glad to hear it. I've been having fun just observing. I set this up to help other ghosts find something they might be missing, or to learn more about themselves. In a way, we are all products of death. I like to think I am also her student. How did you die? In a pretty pointless way. I was driving my hatchback and I hit a deer. We both died. Oh, and now I'm here. I'm not sure where the deer ended up. Anyway, let's play trivia. I have questions prepared and everything. Welcome to Fran's Scary Hard Trivia Challenge. All the questions are ghost related. Don't worry if you get any wrong. I'm not testing you or anything. Question 1. Which film star is said to haunt the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel in Los Angeles, California? Marilyn Monroe? And the answer is Marilyn Monroe. Got it. I didn't even know. She actually lived in the hotel for about 2 years. Now she haunts it. Pretty cool, huh? Question 2. Which Shakespearean king appears as a ghost in a play that shares his name? Hamlet? Yes, I knew that. It's Hamlet. His father appears as a ghost. His name was also technically Hamlet, King Hamlet. There are the ghosts of kings and Richard III, but not Richard III himself. A red blood cell that has lost its hemoglobin is known as what? Phantom? It's ghosts. The simplest answer is usually right. That's my motto. Ghost red blood cells are empty shells. They show up on microscopes, but they're pretty much see-through, just like us. Wow, I'm really learning a lot here today. During her seances, what did medium Helen Duncan famously regurgitate and call ectoplasm? I feel like it's either lard or baby food. I'm gonna go with baby food. I get why you'd pick a goop, but the answer is actually cheesecloth. Okay, not what I was gonna pick. She was a medium in the early 1900s. She was said to fake ectoplasm by pulling gross cheesecloth out of her mouth. She was also the last person imprisoned for witchcraft in the UK. Go figure. And question 5, this is the last one. That means it's also the hardest. Which of these authors did not have a story in the first volume of the Fontana Book of Great Ghost Stories? Well, I've never read it, so I don't know. I feel like Edgar Allan Poe is very popular, and I've heard of Blackwood, so Lawrence? It was Poe. It seems like he'd be in there, but he was in the second volume. Blackwood and Lawrence both have stories in the first. Blackwood was a prolific ghost story writer, while Lawrence, best known for not ghost stories, penned a great one called The Rocking Horse Winter. Got 2 questions right, that's not bad. Could have done worse, I'm definitely not judging you. I had fun. I am glad to hear it. Ooh, look at the time, I need to finish closing up. You could always go to hell. Excuse me? I meant that literally, of course. I hear it's gorgeous this time of year. If you combine travel and accommodations, you can get a pretty good deal. My friend Gail is a travel agent. She could find you a great river cruise package. I like that. Here's Gail's card. If you end up going, be sure to send me a hologram. Hee hee. Alright, time to go. I'll ring the bell to make it official. Guess we're going to hell. Thanks for playing! The ghosts have all left, even Fran. It's quiet now, so quiet. Play the expansion! We're going to hell, baby! For the living, the shores of hell might seem like a strange place to take a vacation. It's no Maui, or Cancun, or Bali, but hell has its charms. The sand on Mortal Beach, like the water in the bay, is piping hot year-round. The air is sweltering, heavy, like a good sauna, or an oven. In hell, there is no night or day. The crimson light of eternal flames casts a pleasant, flickering glow on everything at a comfortable distance. In a way, it's kind of romantic. The bell rings. The first ghost appears. Who is it? Wait, are they even a ghost? A Yeti? Salutations, brah. They call me Andy. You party? You look like you party. I party. Rad. Partying's like my main deal. I exist to have a good time. Bring the awesome. What's your favorite kind of party? A rager? Me too. Ragers rage, like the fires of hell. Probably why I like it down here. Nothing like a wild night, the kind that comes with a story. What happens at the party stays at the party. I feel ya, brah. Best to live in the moment. In all moments, I'm partying. I was born partying. Collected enough stories to fill a library. Here's a gooder. I was at this hotel party. I know. But it wasn't just any hotel. The Waldorf Astoria. My buds Brad and Cornelia put it on. They came up with a super rad historical theme. People dressed like kings and queens. Cordy went as Mary, Queen of Scots. She spent like 60 grand on the dress. I went as Asag, the super gnarly Sumerian demon. He mated with a mountain, had a bunch of rock children or whatever. Rivers would boil fish alive when he got near. Nice guy IRL though. We totally got wasted together a couple times. Anyways, I totally ate a floral centerpiece, and I may have made out with Montezuma. Got real sick the next day. 1897 was a wild year. Did this actually happen? It absolutely happened. Look it up. I'm a party demon, not a liar. Literally a demon? Figuratively, but also literally. A demon is like a ghost. We float around like you, but a demon was never alive. We're sort of born like this, with a singular purpose. For me, that purpose is partying. Oh wait, hold on a sec. Andy chugs a 6-pack, all the cans at once. Burp. That's better. That was impressive. I'm skilled for sure, you know, that whole 10,000 hours to get a good thing. I've partied for 1,000,000 hours probably, plus there's hella incentive. If I don't party, I die. Aren't you already dead? Nope, here's a deep lore dump. Demons are technically alive, and demons can cease to be. Like if a living person stops breathing, except I have to remember to breathe. Like right now actually, gotta dance a bit. Andy dances a bit. Cha-cha-cha, there we go, all good in the hood. Hey, wanna hear a fun fact? These beads and shades aren't just for show. They lessen my need to party. How? By exuding party, sort of like an RPG or something. Special item effects. +3 to partying. Dude, he's cool as heck. The bell ringeth. Time to mingle. See you later, crocodile. I like Andy. A party demon. That's new. I don't know, I think it's kind of hard to beat Andy right now. Like, he set the bar really high. And what do we have here? Another lonely spirit? Tell me, lonely spirit. What is loss? The absence of something? Why, yes, dear, precisely. You must feel it too, then. That profound emptiness, the loss of your life. I'm still me, though. Are you certain of that, lonely spirit? Ghosts are desperate for purpose. We lie to ourselves, tell ourselves we still matter, that a part of us remains. But who is to say we matter anymore? We are not even matter. We are more like echoes, epilogues of unfinished stories. Soon, there will be nothing more to say. You and I will truly be nothing. I believe it will be glorious. What have you lost? Like you, I lost my life. Unlike you, it happened twice. They call me Agatha, Bane of Brooksdale, Connecticut. An irregularity in the blood count. I suppose you could, at one time, call me a vampire. Now I am a ghost. Vampire ghost? Cool. I am quite chilly, yes. I'm gonna say that more. I am quite chilly, yes. Thank you for noticing. This stake through my heart. I suppose it made me this way. There are very few vampires, let alone vampire ghosts. That stake looks painful. It only hurt for a second. My former lover had impeccable aim. She had just discovered I was a vampire. She wasted little time. Now I wander between worlds, a nothing and nowhere, deserving this lonely death. My broken heart on full display. We should pull out the stake. No, please do not touch it. It is my burden. It belongs there. Perhaps I am being a tad dramatic. You see, quite harmless. I'm complicated. I did sense as much from the moment you appeared across the table. You have a depth about you. You have depth too. I suppose, though it is more curse than blessing, I'd sacrifice depth for peace. The bell. Time to move on, lonely ghost. It is probably for the best. We will meet again soon enough. Okay, Agatha. It was nice to meet you too. Hi, hello? Hello? Excuse me, sorry to bug you. I'm looking for my human? Have you seen her? Does she look like a ram? A ram? You mean Gail? Oh, no, Gail's not my human. She's around here somewhere. I'm sure she is. Aww. My name's Dave, even if I'm kind of sad today. What does your human look like? She's small, kind of looks like a snowflake. She doesn't talk or anything. She just kind of floats there and crackles. Crackles, like static. Pat Dave. Thank you for the pat. I like pats as a rule, but please ask next time. How can you talk? I don't really know how. I understand words. When I was alive, but my dog mouth couldn't speak people talk. Now it can though. My human is a wisp, a piece of a spirit. She's usually right by me, just floating around, never leaves my side. Where's the rest of her? I guess still alive. A wisp is what happens when just a part of a person dies. That's what Gail said anyway. All I know is, 1 minute I was alive, eating some chocolate I found. No! The next I died. When I came to, I was a ghost. Dogs aren't supposed to eat chocolate. And the wisp was there too. I guess that means part of my human died with me. Oh, how did you know it was her? I just sorta did. It's hard to explain. We dogs just know these things. This is all so sad. I guess I try not to think too much about how sad it is. So where did the wisp go? I sure hope so. I just wish I could smell where she is. It's so frustrating, not being able to sniff stuff. In the meantime, I'll be waiting. I immediately pick the dog. Ah, woof, 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 woof. Sorry, I guess I'm on edge. Still not sure what to think of you. Also, I keep forgetting. When the bell rings, it's time to change places a few more times. And I'll be trained, hopefully. If you see my human, tell her to come home, okay? Aw, Dave almost ran away when you pet him without asking. You're going to need to be more careful if you want to earn his trust. Sorry, Dave. I just couldn't help it. Sup, Spooky Oogie? He definitely was not wearing that bikini before, right? Righteous to see you again. Splendiferous even. I love the word splendiferous, just so you know. I like your bikini. Thanks. I like to switch it up. Right now, it's polka dot time. Good for a beach. That's what I thought. It's pretty warm in hell, even for a demon. That reminds me. Here we go again. Scusi. Andy does some random air guitar. Hello, East St. Louis. There, all better, jet setter. What's your opinion of platypuses? Platypi? Whatever, those hairy duck dudes. Look it up. I like them. How can you not? They're the ultimate party animals. I think about shades, sunglasses, like the ones on my dome. If you put them on an animal, who looks the most down to party? A platypus. It's inarguable. Okay, fine. Kangaroos are up there. Dogs too, especially if they're in a sidecar. I love dogs in sidecars. I love dogs that party, like Dave the dog. Balter over there, pup's goal-oriented for sure. But also scatterbrained as heck. Loyal, but flighty. A total Libra. What about Agatha? The vampire ghost's a wet blanket, obsessed with the past, single-track mind. Agatha's a Scorpio, most F. How do you know all this? Internet? Oop, here I go, fading away again. Nature calls. Andy crushes a beer on their head. There we go. So, where were we? Andy still appears to be fading. Maybe you should keep partying. What? It didn't work? That never happens. Put on more party accessories. I'm trying. Maybe if I put on more party accessories, I left them in the car. No, Andy, please. I gotta go. Annie's been partying for more than 1,000 years. I'm sure they'll figure this out. Don't worry. I mean, don't worry that much. Demons aren't even real. Or are they? So, do you hate garlic and sunlight? No more than you might. Real vampires are more complicated. Real vampires are not monsters, mostly. Like the living, there are some among us with violent tendencies. They make it difficult for those of us simply trying to make the best of our curse. Vampirism is a curse? Immortality worsens the longer you live, and my hunger for blood is insatiable, especially now that I cannot feed. When I first became a vampire, it was difficult to find blood without killing people. What about blood banks? I am surprised, Lonely Spirit, you have an intelligence, it seems. That's precisely how I solved my problem. I became a nurse. I was quite good at finding veins. It was easy to take more than was needed. A unit for a test that required a vial. I only took more from those, healthy enough to give it. How did you not get caught? Every 12 years, I would move. Another jurisdiction, far, far away, enroll anew in a nursing school. Train once more, work once more. This way, no one noticed that I wasn't aging. Over time, I became quite lonely. Did you know any other vampires? I did not. You would think over time we would find each other. But in all of my years as a vampire, I did not meet others like me, except for the one who turned me, and he is no longer in the picture, as you say. We don't have to talk about this. I appreciate your empathy. It is fine. The one who turned me was my husband. My first husband, on our anniversary. 8 years to the day. He said this way, I would be pretty forever. I did not ask to be undead. I wanted to grow old. I wanted to die someday. That is the natural way of things. He did not care what was natural. He did not care what I wanted. What happened to him? I foolishly mistook his gesture for romance and stayed with him for a number of years, but eternity is a long time. Eventually he left me, for someone he deemed prettier. I can only assume he turned her as well. You know, Lonely Spirit, despite some difficulties, you are a good listener. I am. Should you wish to know me better, you need only look for crimson meets black. However, if you are not interested, I will understand. There needn't be any bad blood between us. Goodbye, Lonely Spirit. Perhaps I will see you again. A vampire ghost has taken an interest in you. That's neat. She thinks I'm cool? Oh, hi again. It's me, Dave the dog. Want to hear a joke? I love to tell jokes. Jokes are pretty great, I think. I love to hear a joke. Okay, so this dog walks into a bar, and get this. He walks up to the bartender, and the dog says, "Give me a gin and ginger." Then what happens? The bartender looks up and says, "Holy moly, a talking dog!" Dave the dog laughs. That was my human's favorite joke. You're a good dog, Dave. I try, I really do. I don't chew as much stuff now. I sometimes had trouble with that. The place I was haunting didn't have a pup. They kept finding their stuff chewed up. There's less stuff to chew in hell. You're so nice and good. I'm glad you're in hell with me. If I don't find my human, maybe you could be my new one. Oh no, I shouldn't say that out loud. I forget I say things now. I know what you mean. You do? Huh. Thought it was a new talker thing. Guess it's more of a Dave thing. Wait! Dave pricks up his ears. Did you hear that? I think it was my human? Dave instinctively sniffs the air, then whimpers. It was just Gail. She laughs like Miriam. I miss Miriam so much. That was my human's name. Miriam took me for walks twice a day. She let me stop to smell literally everything. And sometimes when it was extra hot, we'd go swimming in a lake of water. Where could Miriam be? We had favorite places where we'd go on our walks. I bet probably one of those. I bet she's looking for me too. Most lakes are water, no? Not down here. I've seen all sorts of lakes. I sure hate that bell. Time to pick someone to date. Ooh, pick me, pick me! Dave! You came! His little ghost still. I knew you'd come. Are you still liking hell? I'm starting to love it. Guess I'm a real hellhound. I thought dogs went to heaven. Oh, we do, but we can come and go as we please. There's a doggy door. That's thoughtful. Oh yeah, they think of everything there. Can we go for a walk? Up on the surface? That sounds like fun. Oh boy, it will absolutely be so fun. I want to take you everywhere. All my favorite places to smell. What about Miriam's wisp? Oh yeah, Miriam's wisp. We gotta find her. Good thinking. If we hit up enough spots, we might just find her wisp. Where could she be? A place we've already been. She's a wisp. She's drawn to familiar things. The good park? The good pet store? The good couch? One of those probably. Park. Oh great, I love the good park. Dave leads you to a park in the deep ravine. A nearby sign says off-leash dog park, but you don't see any dogs. Maybe this is because it's the middle of the night. There are trees here, all dead. The grass is gray. A ways in, there's a rusty playground. A rubber swing seat dangles on a single chain. It's kind of spooky. Welcome to the good park. Looks fun. So fun. I mean, check this out. Dave runs over to the swing. He starts to tug at the seat with his teeth. It's a tug toy, he says without losing his grip. Then you hear barking, distant howls of pain and anguish growing closer, until they are right up on you. Gurgles, whimpers, low guttural sounds of warning and dread. You turn in horror to see a bunch of super cute ghost pups. There's a ghost corgi that looks like a spooky loaf of dog, a ghost chihuahua, she's making most of the noise, and a ghost St. Bernard slobbering ectoplasm. Each has a wisp by their side. Oh, hey there, fellow pups. Dave studies each ghost dog's wisp and sniffs each ghost dog's ghost butt. None of these are Miriam's wisp. Shucks. This was still fun though. Where to now? Pet store? Yay! I love the pet store. Dave leads you to a pet store a ways into the nearest town. The store is called Pet Your Bottom Dollar. That pun might have been the scariest thing in this game. I liked it. It's well past midnight and this pet store is closed. There are aisles upon aisles of food and toys. The most expensive stuff is up front. The crap is in the back. Dead dogs don't need to eat. Still, Dave seems pretty excited when he sees all the cans. Let's find some treats. Dave finds an aisle with treats in open air, in containers low enough for most living pups to reach. Ooh, can I have one? Please, please? You pick. Dog biscuit, for sure. The dog biscuit is shaped like a bone. It's crumbly and says, chew this, on it. You toss Dave the dog biscuit. He catches it in his mouth and swallows it whole. It breaks down inside him until it's just crumbs. As Dave explores the store, a wild wisp appears. Is this Miriam? It's hard to tell. The wisp isn't doing much. They're just kinda floating in front of you. Maybe they're studying you? Do they even know you're there? I have a sword. Hello, Miriam. The wisp crackles like fire. You're not sure what it's trying to say. I come in peace, Wisp. The wisp dims a little. They seem skeptical. Are you Miriam's wisp? The wisp blinks once. Is that a yes? Miriam! There you are. Miriam's wisp seems excited to see Dave. I'd like you to meet a friend. No, I haven't replaced you. Miriam flickers cautiously. See? A friend. Miriam flickers and flashes. She'll get used to you. She just needs some time. I'm happy we found her. Me too. Miriam seems regretful. She says she's sorry for running away. She saw her old car and chased it out of instinct. Before she knew it, she was lost, so she came here. Dave yawns. We've been up all night. I'm beat. I think it's home time. Can I give you a pat? Of course! I sure love the pats. Thank you so much. Let's go for another walk soon. Bye, Dave. Bye. Miriam flickers. That was wholesome. Wholesome. I have sometimes thought of the final cause of dogs having such short lives, Sir Walter Scott wrote, and I am quite satisfied it is in compassion to the human race. For if we suffer so much in losing a dog after an acquaintance of 10 or 12 years, what would it be if they were to live double that time? Oh, for Charlie, Mucho Grande, and all the dogs who made our lives better. Thanks for being good pups. Sad. Is it even evening? It's hard to tell down here. Either way, you spot Andy. Not an easy feat in their current state. Salutations. I think I've stabilized. Good thing, too. For a hot minute, it was touch and go. Excuse me. Been coughing a bunch. You're still a bit see-through. True facts. But am I less see-through? The answer is yes. Gotta stay optimistic. In the face of my ailment. This persistent opacity. Has this happened before? Once, in college, I took this class, post-structuralism, a real snoozer, but somehow I got into it. Studied super hard. It wasn't good for my state of being. Oh no. I think that made it worse. There's demon college? What fixed it last time? I don't remember. I was pretty drunk. Clearly adding stuff helps. Party garb, particularly, it strengthens my vibe. Like, if this lay is +2 party and the bikini's +1, maybe adding the right fashion will make me 100%? 100% Andy? Is it cold in here? Suddenly I want a shawl. Does anyone have a shawl? What about more shades? Shades? What do you call these? I guess I do have a spare pair. Worth a shot. How's that? Twice as cool. Heck yeah, hella dope. Is it working? I think. Yeah, it is. It might be working. Yes, it worked. I'm me again, 100%. No shawl required. So this is your life now? Guess so. I've gone from party demon to accessory demon. I'm gonna add more. It'll be like insurance. Nothing says party like insurance. Totally. Here goes nothing except maybe me. Andy adds beads. There. How's that? Oh no. What did I do? Bruh, I think I'm gonna hurl. Take something off. Okay, what do I take off? Banish the beads. Okay. Heck yes to the affirmative, that finally did it. This is such a relief. I feel like a guitar solo, a million high fives, perfect buzz. Domo arigato, like so much arigato. Still me? Yep, still me. Though that last cough shook something loose. Gotta take a leak. Give me 10 hot minutes. Then get thee to the dance floor. I'll see that you are duly compensated. Phew, that was close. Guess this party never dies. Could have done without knowing demons pee though. There might be such a thing as too much lore. Inside the resort, not inside the resort, when you finally find Agatha, she is floating in the air off the beach overlooking Brimstone Bay. Looking out over the water, she is a shadow even in the dark. I thought you'd choose another. There is a dog after all. People seem to enjoy dogs. There's something about you. Is it my sunny disposition? The color of my eyes? Perhaps I remind you of your mother. Your winning smile, actually. I have had significant dental work. What should we do on our date? I suppose you are wondering about the stake in my heart. Perhaps you think if you earn my trust, you can be the one to finally remove it. I'd rather go bowling. I prefer a swim. Thank you for understanding. The stake is my burden, but it is a burden I choose to carry. I can take it out whenever I want. Observe. It is not that I need the stake. It is simply a part of me. My current state is because of this stake. I was born with it. I am not whole without it. The blood-red waters of Brimstone Bay lap up the black sands of the shore. It's difficult to see beneath the water. This is the edge of hell. There could be anything below the surface. Let's go swimming. She leads you by the hand out over the water. She turns to you, then dips beneath the waves. As you move through the water, you feel the water move through you. Beneath the surface, everything is thick and crimson. It is impossible to see more than a couple feet in front of you. You feel what you hope are fish brushing past. Schools of them. At least you hope they're fish. Everything feels slower too, a little like when you're with Agatha. You can't see her. For all you know, she brushed past like the fish. Until, through the murk, you see her. You're face to face with the vampire ghost bathed in blood. When you cannot breathe, lonely ghost, do you ever truly stop swimming? You're first to return to the shores of Brimstone Bay. After a few quiet moments, Agatha emerges from the red water. Something's different. She looks calm, almost content, like a weight has been lifted off of her. My steak! Oh god. I don't know what to do. I need my steak. The noise. That horrible noise. Frantic, Agatha disappears back into Brimstone Bay. The stake in her heart must have fallen out when she was underwater. I'll help her look. You decide to dive into the water to help Agatha look for her stake. But wait, before you leap in, what's that on the shore? By some hellish miracle, her stake washes up on the beach. You pick it up. The stake has been with her for so long, but it only seems to cause her pain. Say nothing. You stand at the edge of the bay, looking out over the water. You see nothing. No sign of Agatha. She is gone, lost beneath the waves, thick like blood. Agatha's stake is in your hand, and it's suddenly so quiet, as if time is standing still. You wait there for a while longer. She doesn't come back. Is she free? Did we free her? The waterfront looks different now. Strings of yellow lights hang between posts in the sand. The tables have been cleared away. In their place, a wooden dance floor is laid out on the beach, as if ghosts needed a place to plant their feet. The place is packed with ghosts. Many are familiar faces. As the music plays, there's nothing left to do but... Who am I gonna dance with? Well, obviously not the short dude, because I never dated him. Oh dude, this is hard. Who's my favorite? Stephanie was fun. I felt like I could relate to her a lot. I liked Leon, because that was exciting, but maybe not him. Dave is always a good boy, Dave. but Andy's probably my favorite, the party demon. And he said he was going to spot us on the dance floor, so you spot Andy on the dance floor, a drink in each hand. The party demon seems fine now. Talk about rallying. My ghost, how's it haunting? You're looking well. Gracias, amigue. I slept on it. Woke up like this. I'm trying to take it easy today, but not too easy. Gotta maintain balance, you know? Glad to hear it. I was thinking about our date. Thanks for your help there. I really owe you one. Would you like my shades? I'd be honored, Andy. The honor is all mine. Try 'em on. Andy gives you their shades. You put them on. How do I look? Like a million stories. You're gonna need to keep them, I think. They 100% look better on you. Now you see the world through the eyes of a party demon. Rock on, Elton John. Let's party. That's a spirit. How do we party? Shot for shot. Shots! Classic party activity. I'll have the barkeep pour. Couple fingers of Sambuca. Extra fire. Oof. Tastes like black licorice. And now you can say you drank with a demon in hell. That's pretty metal. Now let's karaoke. What's your poison? Metal's not really on the menu, so we'll do hip-hop anthem. Yes, get on the mic and spit it. You get up there and destroy the mic. With rhymes so fast, they get a ticket. The song you picked has a buttery smooth R&B chorus that gets everyone on their feet. And when you're done, the crowd cheers. Like, really cheers. You did amazing. Stepping off the stage, you look for Andy. In all the excitement, you lost track of them. Phew, there they are. Standing off to the side, a pained smile on their face, nodding with approval. As they fade away, it turns out the party was in your heart the whole time. What? He's gone? To Andy, the devil on everyone's shoulder, the ultimate hellraiser. Why, I can just dance with everybody? Familiar pup spots you from across the dance floor. He wags his tail when he sees you. Hey, hi, it's me again, Dave the dog. Miriam says hi too. Nice to see you both again. You're a good human. See, Miriam, I told you. You must be happy to be reunited. Absolutely, definitely. Tail waggingly. Miriam's whisk sparkles. We have a bond for sure. When she was far away, that bond was sure stretched, but it'll never break. So now you wait. Wait? Oh, you mean waiting for Miriam to die? Honestly, I just want Miriam to live her life. The longer the better. I hope she lives to be 12. Maybe even 13. That's 91 in people years. What'll you do in the meantime? We'll do so much. Sniff out the best spots. Talk to all the ghosts. I have so much to learn. Now that I can talk, it's a whole new chapter. They say all dogs go to heaven. Heaven for me can be anywhere. Aww. As long as I have pals. Wholesome. Can I give you one last pat? I would love one last pat. You pat Dave on his cute face. He wags his tail lots and lots. Miriam's whisk flies over to the water's edge. She makes loops in the air as she goes. She wants me to chase her. I gotta go chase her. Thanks again for everything. I'll never forget you, my other human. Let's go for another walk sometime. Yes! Dave barks and wags his tail as he tries to catch Miriam's wisp. She dances above the red sand, barely out of reach. As Dave barks and growls playfully, his tail won't stop wagging. What a good boy. Oh. Alright, we will do one more, and we'll do Stephanie, our first fave. Steph is in the middle of the dance floor. Ghosts and demons are dancing in circles around her. Steph shakes, eyes rolled back, almost in a trance. It looks more like a ritual than a dance party. But then this is hell, and these are dead people we're talking about here. Stephanie! Hey, hello! Oh my gosh, hi! The music is louder on the dance floor, and Steph is soft-spoken. She has to yell to be heard. I'm so happy you're here! I could say the same about you. Beg your pardon? Sorry, it's hard to hear in here. I could say the same about you. I love them too, my absolute favorite band. Sorry, okay, so how have you been? Pretty good. I'm sorry to hear that. Things with me have been great. I've been traveling a ton, deciding what kind of ghost I want to be. I tried haunting a restaurant, nobody noticed, and a video store, but it was deader than me, so now I'm trying out a concert hall, and it's perfect. I've never been happier. What kind of music? Italian mostly, lots of pasta and cheese. Sorry, one more sec, this is a good part. Awesome, so yeah, where were we? Oh yeah, the restaurant. I should leave you you to this. I absolutely used tomato sauce. But I should probably let you go. I'm supposed to be concentrating. Something about a lady in liturgy and the deepest hells? Whatever. All I know is it's great to see you, and this is super fun. Good for Steph. So Steph's fine. That was nice. We're gonna leave it at that. You're going then? That's too bad. I was hoping maybe we could talk. I'm glad to see you, TBH. When we first met, you really kinda made an impression on me. Aw, I hoped you'd be here. I almost didn't come. I tend to be the kind of ghost who stays home, binging on a good TV show, maybe munching on bad food like ramen with cut-up hot dogs. That sounds really good, honestly. Not that I have to eat anything, I just like how familiar it feels. Glad you came out. Me too! I sure don't get what you'd see in me, though. I'm kind of a bland Fran. You're so earnest. Thank you, I can only be me. Gosh, now I'm blushing. You might not see it, but trust me, I try my best to be kind. I didn't used to have many friends. I guess that's why I arranged speed dating, to get to know people better, what makes them tick, and how I fit in. If I fit in. I'm still not sure I do. You fit in here. In hell? With me. There's no place I'd rather be. Aw. Wow, I'm just a player. Fran walks out onto the dance floor. She smiles. Thank you so much for signing up for this silly little speed dating and for taking the time to know me and all these other misfit spirits. I can't imagine what our deaths would be like without you here to liven things up. That was cute. That was wholesome.